Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he... Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Henry. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 50. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Switch it. Switch it.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mostert. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Love. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. first down. Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And an alley to run. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Watch the run. They're running it.
This is Mostert. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Check 37. Check 37. 22. Check. Bomber. 22. Check. Bomber.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 data. 18 data. There you are. Not the gap.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's see what you got.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Here's Mostert. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. 2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Mostert, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Ready, 60 on, 29. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First down, Swift, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And the Lions first down.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Let's go now. Go to base.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Let's go, D.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Back to throw here. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 13-year man puts it through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Looking to throw. Love. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a handoff looking right. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go. 60 out low. Get track.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carl Lawson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go deep for... He's got a man. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
1st down, Lions.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And the Lions first down.
Check, ready. 15 running. 15 running. Check in. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Gets past one man. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Watch twist. Watch twist. 6 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
I'm scared. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the tree.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now this throw caught left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He'll drop to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.